Okay. Reload. How's everybody doing this morning? I slept in. I think it had something to do with wine, but don't hold me to it. How's everybody doing? MT, how's it going? All right. For the sake of those watching on replay, going to run through news just to honor everybody's time and not listen to me drink coffee. So here is some of the overnight news. So more and more people are reporting that central banks buying gold like crazy. So if you have the means, I would suggest investing in silver, gold. I know gold's a stretch for most people, but if you have silver, or if you have silver, hold on to it definitely. But if you can get some, because it's going to be important. Okay, crypto is the future. I am ignorant of crypto, and this is something that I am going to have to take the take something and make myself learn about crypto, because it's not going away. It's the future. PayPal is now allowing or enabling U.S. businesses to buy and sell and hold crypto with their platform. So you got to read the writing on the wall, friends. Okay, so from Gold Telegraph via Twitter, China is preparing to inject 142 billion of capital into the country's top banks. Why is this important? Because this would be the first intervention since the 2008 financial crisis. Gold is at a record high in most, pay attention, fiat currencies worldwide. And this is for a reason. There's going to be a global debt crisis. Okay. Does that mean when there's got to be a reset? Mark's talked about this. Mr. C's talked about this. Every talking head has talked about this. You can only prop up fake money for so long before the house of cards is going to fall. They're shouting it without naming the baby that this debt crisis is coming. This reset is coming. And you need to think back to when this happened in Venezuela and Zimbabwe, and when they were like making, paper mache things out of their currency. Unless what we are invested in with Nasara RV and all these things happens sooner than later, this is where the U.S. is heading, to where our fake fiat currency is not going to be worth the paper it's printed on or counterfeited on. So if you can sell toys, sell your boat, whatever, and buy silver, buy gold, copper, invest in precious metals, because I'm telling you guys, they're feel like the guys on top of the Titanic iceberg. There's iceberg ahead, but the boat's not turning. So you gotta prepare and protect yourself. All right, I'm jumping in over here to you guys. I apologize. I am not prepared like I normally am. I we are dealing with heavy stuff with the mother-in-law. So we opened up a couple of bottles of wine last night and talked about some stuff. And I didn't wake up till an hour before this went live. So I felt like a kid cramming for a test. All right, jumping in. JT, what's going on? Andrew. Andrew, that's funny. Lisa, hi from Australia. Good day, mate. Vanessa, good morning. Eric, good morning. Ronald, good morning. Oh, you don't know how much I want that. Let's see. James, good morning. Yeah. James says, good morning. Trump long ago talked about the RV. He joked it wasn't about taking a trip in a camper. Subs, good morning. How you doing? Matt, good morning. Yeah, when I first started this, I was calling this coffee time, but it is what it is. It just kind of morphed into something else. Instead of whiskey and wisdom, I have caffeine and jokes. I'm going to rely on you guys to bounce stuff off me because, like I said, I am not prepared and I'm not hungover, but I'm definitely in need of a lot of caffeine. James, I am not sure who that is, but our prayers are with her. I had about a pneumonia. Ooh. See, Coda is 2. So almost, it would have been 2 years ago. I got pneumonia. We got Coda, and then I got pneumonia. So I don't know how that worked out, but I killed mine with rum. Yeah. Hey, man, back in the day, they made hottie toddies. If you've never had one of those, they're legit. They will open you up. So I'm I'm a firm believer that strong straight alcohol kills parasites and all that junk. Um, um, my wife got the fluvid, and she was getting ready to have a medical procedure done, and they sent her home because they tested her and said that she had it. She never really got. It was a bad cold, if that, and fever, but whatever. And I just opened some rum. Never got it. Got pneumonia. Did my rum thing. It was over it. So it was rough. I mean, I got it rough, but it was over. Made it go away fast. Is my point. Andrew, thanks for watching the video. I appreciate that. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, the whole thing with the and I apologize. I'm going to try to read questions because some people are not able to see the chat replay. So I'm going to try to read back the questions that I'm responding to. So Andrew is saying that speaking of the Iraq versus the video I did last night, and he said, thank you for openly talking about the scheme that the Dick Cheney, the Bushes, all of them did to Iraq. Um, so I just there's my heart goes out to the Iraqi citizens because they have been put through the ringer. They came out the other side, and they've been put back in, wash, rinse, repeat for decades. Um, and funny enough, I saw a video with Nader, and someone was asking him about what life was like under Saddam Hussein, and he said it was, it was like living with a corrupt politician, but it was better than what they've had prior to Saddam. And that has always been my suspicion. And it's that caught my ear when he said that. But yes, the Bushes and, in my opinion, Dick Cheney, all these people, what they did to Mr. C, what they did to the Iraqi people, purely for money, is the epitome of evil. So yeah, in my opinion, I think Iraq they deserve to go first. They deserve their moment in the sun, and they deserve to become one of the most prosperous nations on the planet, because they've paid for it literally with lives, blood, sweat, and tears. Subs, I can't shake the feeling that Iraq is going to go first. And like I've said, it could be moments, it could be a day, it could be a week, it could be a month. I don't know, but they're the linchpin to this whole thing that we call the RV. Iraq is putting the key in the ignition. Reading. James, are you saying Lishwash or Bishbosh? And to answer your questions, no, I didn't, because I'm not sure who you're referring to. Goldilocks Banking News Post had a good post about the new bill being passed within the QFS system. Okay, I'll look for it. Andrew, the Bushes are evil. Well, I mean, Barbara Bush, Bob Barbara, is the child of Aleister Crowley. So you're going to have to prove to me that their Cheneys are more evil than Bush. So I'm sorry, but they're all in the same boat. They're all evil, and they were working hand in hand. Yeah, okay. So Andrew's saying he lived in Wyoming for a while, and he knew some people who knew the Cheney family pretty well. We can talk conspiracies all day long. Ryan, good morning. Okay, thanks, James. I've not heard of that. Tish Wash, never heard of that, but thank you for letting me know. They're all evil, and it's a big boat. And hopefully, we're going to see that boat torpedoed soon. Subs, I lean on Iraq going first too. It seems unlikely that Indonesia is going now, as we're having transition to new government this October. Yeah, who knows? But appreciate your boots on the ground report there. For those that don't know, Subs is in Indonesia. another good currency to invest in. Andrew, I agree. Wow, Bix. Sorry, I guess I need to move my screens closer, so it's like way out there, and then the fonts like that. So my eyes aren't that great anyway. So, but pre-market gold price is 2701. That's just insane. Oh yeah, thank you, Ryan. That brings me back to something I saw earlier. Um, and I'm not going to mess with the screens. Um, oh, maybe I can, because I can share screen share. Just bear with me here for a minute. Okay. So we're doing that, and then we're doing this, and then we're doing this. Okay. So, look this up. So, let me copy that and I'll put it in the chat. So, this is kind of some of the stuff that they were talking about at the United Nations. And research this right here. Okay, so let me get back to here. Stop sharing my screen. Okay, and let me put that link over here. Man, Mark makes this look so easy. Okay. So there was some, Ryan said, between the Congress stuff and all the Diddy tapes, I think there's heavy stuff is about to happen. And they always use that stuff as a distraction. So check that link right there and do some reading because you'll be kind of blown away. James, I just heard Israel started stating they want to limit the amount of gold and silver cash. That's important. They want to maintain the status quo power. And that's what I'm trying to tell you guys. If I had boats and campers, ATVs, whatever I didn't need or use consistently, they'd be going up for sale, and I would be taking that money and investing in silver and gold because I pray that we have everything that we study in the RV happens and the SAR and all that stuff. Praying all that happens and we avoid we avoid falling off the cliff. There's a cliff out there. So unless what this miracle that we're pursuing happens, there's a cliff coming and it's not going to be pretty. So you always have to, and this is a struggle, especially for me. You have to kind of put this out of your mind and make decisions like the RV is not going to happen because you have to protect you, your family, your life, anything that you can do to make that happen. You guys need to be doing it because even if the RV happens tomorrow, and when I say RV, that just means we get to go to the bank and whatever currency, whatever denomination, whatever. So when I say RV, that's what it means. The RV happens tomorrow and we get to go to the bank. We are such a small percentage of people in the United States that it's basically a gift for us to make good choices, but there's still bumpy times coming for the U.S. So let's say, let's wave our magic wand and say that uh, tomorrow. So the Supreme Court rules 2020 was turned over. Um, Donald was reinstated. He hands the thing over to the military. Nassar is enacted. Debts are wiped out. Um, everything that and our absolute wish list has just been handed to us. Okay, you still have millions of illegal invaders that are in our nation, and even if they want to leave, they're still deeply embedded throughout the nation. They've systematically have been poisoning our food, especially chicken. Um, they've set so many things in motion. It's like a tsunami. Happens way out there at sea with some seismic shift or earthquake or something. And in that event, builds mass underneath the water as it approaches land. It doesn't rear its ugly head till the last minute. So there's things that are coming, and as wonderful as all of our wish list coming true is, will be, there's still that wave coming. So you have to prepare, and that's kind of what I was talking about last night. Know your needs, know your wants, and be prepared. Have a plan, and I personally, with even buying gold and stuff, I want to have it in a safe somewhere, not on a piece of paper saying I own stock in something. That's important, but me, I like to, I want to hold it. So just be prepared and make decisions right now, today. Like the RV is not going to happen. So think logically. What can I do? I can go down to the tool place. I just drew a blank. I go there all the time. Where you go buy cheap tools. Go there. You can get so many prepper things there. Stock up on water. You got gas cans, stock up on gas. Do what you can do now, like the RV is not going to happen, to prepare for the storm that is coming. So, okay, getting back off of that soapbox. I have not heard anything about the Brunson case. Um, I'm hoping that's Trump's trump card up his sleeve. Andrew, yeah, I do not rely on it actually happening. Like I'm sure I'm ready, but yeah, you have to. We all want it to happen, and we're all. That's kind of like how we get through life. But at the same time, you're still living in reality, and you have to deal with reality as it is right now. Yeah, definitely. If you're going to buy crypto, I would definitely buy XRP, XLM too, I suppose. Yeah, I'm telling you, Mike, and I don't know how, but my cousin got in at the beginning on crypto, Bitcoin, and he's not what I would consider a techie type person, but he's a he's a definitely entrepreneur. So I'm supposing he saw the value in it and was like, "What the hell?" And he bought some, and he's set. So it's definitely a good investment. Ryan, yes, going to the bank will help in spades, but we still need to be diligent and vigilant. Yes, 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 yes. And T, no, I ran through some stuff, but it was more on a global scale than RV related. I was listening to Militia Man. And I paused it because he said something that caught my ear, but I was also trying to get the links up for this thing. And for those who joined, I'm sorry that I wasn't prepared. I woke up late and I ran in here and did a few things and went live. Okay. I don't think there's a lot of news out there. I hit the Telegram channels that usually are somewhat credible as far as like they don't share too much nonsense, and I didn't see anything. So I follow a few channels on Telegram, and then I'll go through them. And if there's like a common theme that seems to be happening, then I'll dive into that and see what it is. But there really wasn't anything. Lee, someone else can answer that. Lee is asking. I hope I'm saying your name right. What's a good minimum amount to invest in XRP for, I'm assuming, a decent return? If anyone can answer that, that's great because I don't know, and I would like to know. I know Mark's kid, Zester, whatever his real name is. He does a lot in crypto, and he explains it. They have moved to Patreon, or no, not Patreon. What's the other one? Discord. I started a Discord room, but I hate Discord. His is called the Crazy Cryptonaut or something like that. But from what I can tell in there, he's very responsive to if you ask him questions. Yeah, wouldn't that be a great weekend, Ryan? Ryan said, I hope Friday is the day. It would be nice to enjoy a weekend. 100%. Hey, Captain, good morning. Yeah, that's the main. Captain said the good point. Or the good part is that there is no bad news coming out. It's all progress. Take that phrase and write it down somewhere on your phone, screensaver, or something. It's not that there's bad news. It's just there's no new, fresh news. But all the articles, all the things. Follow Majid on Twitter, because that guy is like, that's all he does. That's his purpose in life is sharing news out of Iraq. I say that tongue in cheek. I don't know what he really does, but he's on there all the time. Okay, so BX Erie 19 XRP is only 59 cents. You can't get a lot right now. You get what you can afford. Okay. Nikolaki, good morning. If anything happens, I believe it will be on a Sunday. Saturday is their Sunday, talking about Iraq. So Sunday is the first day of their week. So 5,000 to 20,000 XRP be a shark from Brian. Empty belly, I have not heard when Sadani is supposed to be back in Iraq. I would have assumed he'd be back already, but then all of a sudden there was something else he was doing at the UN yesterday. So I honestly do not know that answer yet. I'll look for it today. Ryan, what's your best get on the Ryan? My gut's saying 4 or around 4. So either 390, 410, but somewhere hovering around 4. I think. Bishbosh, how you doing, buddy? I think anything over 4 is just going to be counterproductive for what Iraq wants to achieve. they can support it all day long. So before I get obliterated in comments and all that stuff, I wholeheartedly believe that Dr. Shabibi's plan, they could support 22, they well in, 22, 25, they could support it. And his model was based only on oil sales at that time. Since then, they have greatly increased their oil capacity. They have natural gas now. They have, oh man, phosphates or something like that. They have so many other natural resources, non-oil revenues that would obliterate his model back then. And like, so if he was suggesting back then on their price of oil and their production back then that his model would suggest that they could do 16, 20, 22. Imagine what, when you plug in the numbers up today with all their other resources, it's a no brainer. But would it benefit the country and would it benefit what Sadani and the CBI are wanting to do? I don't think anything well over 4 would do that. But this is just me. I'm not an expert in economics and all that stuff. But just the layman's view, I don't think it's going to make sense to do that. It's only Stace. Good morning. East Coast dock workers and their unions have until October 1st. Yeah, if this strike thing happens, buckle up because it's not going to be pretty. Matt Riley, don't sleep on XDC. Is that what you're saying? I've never heard of that, so I don't know what that is. And please feel free to elaborate. Mark believes we'll get news on Sunday. Here's my opinion on what day it's going to be. It'll be on the day that nobody thinks it will be. And that's just that's just kind of my conspiracy theory. Lotus believes 371. You're welcome, James. Okay, Nikolaki Sadani is supposed to give a speech to his people on Saturday. That means we'll get the information on Sunday. Yeah, tourism is going to be a big one. Hey, very well, Matt Tunger. Matt, I'm sorry. I'm just, like I said, I'm trying to refont this big. We're going to call you Matt. Matt says that it's beginning of Iraq's fiscal year, October 1st. What's your thoughts on the RV going then? It very well could be. He said, Sadani says by the end of the year, 2024. So is he referring to the end of their fiscal year? Oh, okay. Robert, XDC is backed by copper. That is a very good one. Very, very good one. Michael, I'm down with today. Let's go. I'll drive. Let's go to the bank. It could be today. I mean, I think we've moved on from this is our month. This is. I think we are at moment by moment, so it could be any moment. Robert, I agree. Cue the Mickey Mouse clock. How is one picture has gotten like so many decodes? It's amazing. Copper is definitely one you guys want to invest in and watch. It's going to explode. I'm loving your guys' chat this morning. This is awesome. Yes, silver. Definitely silver, silver, silver. That's it's so suppressed. There's a guy on yeah, Andrew, thanks for jumping in there. There's a guy on Twitter called the Dude, and he uses like the Joker from Batman Begins, or the Christian Bale Batman series. Um, that's his like emoji icon thing. Follow him on Twitter if you're into silver, because that dude is all over it. Yeah, the Dark Knight. Oh man, Jessel. Um, yeah, I feel sorry for. I do and I don't. I feel sorry for people who have no clue. People that we've tried to pull into this and they've scoffed at it and whatever. Not so much. Captain says this current Jewish year ends in October 1st. Hopefully, this is the year they are referring to. Could be. Oh yeah, Andrew, I agree that movie was amazing. Yep, James, I agree. James says Cliff High used to state once they lose control of silver and gold prices, they will go sky high. Gold is there. I mean, it is like off the chart. We'll get on the mic. That sound okay? Andrew, I agree. Andrew said, I hope it's this weekend with the October 1st thing. Okay, thanks, MT. I watched the as fast as possible, and I purposely turned it up because someone was complaining it was down too low, and it was like, so I turned it back down. It's definitely, guys, we are moment by moment, and it's Coda. It's definitely getting exciting, and I say that, don't take that. My wife gets so upset when Mark says that. Oh, it's exciting. It's what we're living in is not exciting, but to see the culmination of everything, all the rabbits that we've been chasing for so long, to finally being herded into a room, that's exciting. But what people have been are going through, people living in cars, homeless, my heart goes out to everybody. So in that perspective, it's heartbreaking. But to finally see the light at the end of the tunnel, that gets my heart beating, and that part is exciting. So I don't want to hurt anybody's feelings, because that I think of my wife when I say that. There's nothing wrong. Actually, that's what we had for dinner last night: a good grilled cheese sandwich. Well, I'm glad you're here, James. Yes, Matt, we definitely need a win. Definitely need a win. Tomato. My wife's allergic to tomato, and I love ketchup, but tomatoes not so much. I don't know why. I guess it's just the texture or something, but same thing with onions. I love I have a griddle, Blackstone griddle thing, and I grill all the time. Pretty much majority of our food. So I'll get onions and grill my burgers on top of them just to get that flavor. but I don't like to eat them. I don't like to eat onions. It's just a weird texture thing. Empty belly hates tomatoes and onions. I love, like I said, I love the flavoring, but I just don't. My wife loves onions, onion rings. Supposedly air fryers are really bad for you, but I love mine. It's like sometimes you just have to pick your poison. James, what is everyone going to do if the RV happens? James is going to stay in bed for a week. Yeah, I was trying to drive that home last night on that Iraq versus the world video. You guys, we've been so in a fight for this thing for so long. When you finally go there, you've got to um, take a shot of whiskey before you go walk in there, calm your nerves, something, because you're not going to remember everything. Ask if you can set your phone to record and record the conversation, and just tell them, say, I'm not going to remember this. So take notes. If you or your spouse or your significant other, your partner, or somebody, whoever is with you, whoever is the most calm and level headed, that's the person that wants to take notes. And when you leave, I know for me, I'm just going to be sitting there going little for a while, because it's like, is it finally over? Is this really, finally over? Oh, okay. Hopefully, Lily, let me know if I'm saying your name right. Lily said that Nader just posted a video just now saying something good just happened. Whew, that's got me excited. If you watch that and come back, let us know. Andrew's getting out of a 100 square foot bedroom I've been stuck in for a year now. It's only Stace getting land and out of the small town I'm in. Isn't that the dumbest thing, Stace? So I've been in the NAR since 2005. Yeah. X-Man, I have no idea what. Personally, I don't believe there's going to be a tax, but if we have to pay it and you're sitting there talking about millions of dollars, and you go, that slide it across the table and be done. Ryan, you just go to YouTube, and then in the search bar, type in Nader, and that should pop them up. But if not, it's Nader from. It used to be the Middle East, and I don't know if it's the last time I noticed it was the Mid East. But you should be able to find them just by typing Nader into the search bar. Michael, I hope you're right. It's only Stace. That's so funny. Uh, we, for my wife's job, we had to take a promotion at Amazon comes with a relocation. So we've had to leave our beloved St. Augustine, and we came to a rural town in Mississippi. Oh my God. I lose my mind every time I drive my car from A to B. So I totally 100% agree with you, Stace. And that whole doll thing, the one and only time that I went Black Friday shopping, it was my ex-wife's grandmother. She begged me to take her to so some store that used to be around. It's not around anymore. For the Tickle Me Elmo doll. And legit, there were grandmas fist fighting over this thing, and we weren't even up to the bin. And she looked at me, and I looked at her, and she was like, "Let's go." I was like, "You don't have to tell me twice." And that was the one and only time that I participated in that madness. Okay, so Andrew said the video is basically about the revenue over the last year and saying there is no crisis in Iraq. Okay. Yeah, that's Derek Frank 26 showed a document or something saying yesterday the exchange tax may be 15%. That sounds more accurate to me than 40. Uh, but I don't know. So do your research on that because I have not. I don't pay attention to it because whatever it is, it is. Andrew, basically, there is more confirmation that they absolutely can support the RV. Yep. It's coming, guys. It's coming. They're telling us without telling us that we're moments away. Oil is moving through HCl. And oh, okay, so that was the thing that caught my ear with Militiaman as I was watching his thing. I paused it. Is he was mentioning something with HCl. Just what you. Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, guys, if you're in Florida, and if Franny girl or somebody is, um, this hurricane is number one. It's hard, but it came out of nowhere, and it's way too. This is going to be a bad one. Um, and being a Floridian, I wouldn't leave because the chaos on those evacuations. I've seen it. I started. I we hunkered down through Irma, and we would venture out to see what kind of like it was like living in a ghost town. But if you got anywhere near a highway, it was a parking lot. So bad that the southbound side of the highway they shut it down and they put both sides of the highway going north out of Florida. And we had two cats and my other German Shepherd at the time, and he was a moose. And we have Jeeps, so it's like there was no way in the world that we could uh, get three pets and supplies into a Jeep and then uh, head out. And Jeeps aren't fuel efficient, so I would have to like strap on gas cans too. So I was like, no. So I would just hunker down. But if that's the route you're going, you better get supplies and stock up because this one's going to be a bad one. It very well could get hit Cat 5. Irma was a 4. Um, we didn't have it was insane windy and stuff. Fortunately, we lived right by the hospital, um, Mayo Clinic, so we were out of power for a couple of hours. But since we were on their grid, we got power back really quick. Um, but we didn't have too much damage where we were at. But the biggest damage from Irma, and when you have these massive hurricanes, is the storm surge, and they're talking like 75-foot waves with this one. And my in-laws are in Apollo Beach, south of Tampa, so they're preparing because they live right on the canal. Um, not even a mile inland, and they have a big catamaran. So my father-in-law is losing his mind trying to prepare mooring lines and all that. And here's the thing with tax, when the SAR and all this stuff happens, you're gonna get some of it, if not all of it, back. Good plan, Ryan. Yeah, open a couple businesses to offset that tax. There you go. The way I look at it is if I go to Exchange of America right now and buy currency, they're not taxing me on it. Or if I sell it back, there's no tax. So why would there be tax on that other than greed from the government? Ryan, California is a beautiful place, but you could not pay me to live there. Yeah, Andrew was another big one. I'm sorry, I'm reading. So, what do you guys think? Is the IRS has been absorbed by the Treasury? That's kind of what I believe. I think we're still paying taxes, but it's all just a dog and pony show because once all this goes, it's going to come back to us, obviously. Michael said, I went to the grocery store after National Guard kicked us out. That's funny. All right. So, how do you solve a problem like me? I grew up in California in the 80s. It was awesome, but I would never go back now. I hope that when all the dust settles from all this madness and all the invaders are gone and the world is a different place, then, I think California will be, if it doesn't fall off into the ocean by then, uh, it'll be it'll be a good place to go back to. But now, no. Eric, I lived in Florida during the 3 hurricanes in 2 weeks back in 2004. If you're a Floridian, true blue Floridian, uh, you're not worried about hurricanes. Guys, I'm going to wrap this up because I just realized we've been on here for an hour or over. And for the sake of people replaying this, I guess they can click off, but whatever. But I appreciate it. This has been a blast this morning. Get you guys talking and everything. Okay, Mary brought up a good thing. I'm going to wrap up with this. So she's going to exchange 125K note and wait until next year to exchange the rest. Taxes due in April. That's a good plan. Yeah. Okay. All right. So here's I'm gonna leave with this. This is about people that want to sit on their currency once the exchanges start happening. I wholeheartedly believe that there is going to be a window that the CBI sets for turning in your large denominations. So if you're planning on slowly turning them in to just kind of see what's happening and everything, and that's not a bad plan. I'm not talking against that because I will do that as well. But just always keep in mind there's going to be a window, and look for the announcements when the rate comes out. Look for anything. If there's no announcement, just be careful because they may close that window without warning. Um, or, if it's like Friday, they say, okay, on Monday, we're closing that window. You don't want to be caught holding the bag. So just keep that in mind. And then that's why you need to look into investing in gold, metals, crypto, something to pull turn in your currency and take that excess money and put it somewhere, because you don't want to get caught holding the bag. And that would be the worst thing ever. Hey, Bish Bosh, great show. Listening while walking my dog. Chat soon, brother. Yeah, hit me up, man. So we are, I think you're probably going to have a 30-day window. So a 30-day window to exchange, to get your large denominations in. Brian's going to put his into a foreign exchange account. Yeah, it's something I'm going to look into because I don't know what that is. I'm guessing, what's the, no, I have not enough coffee this morning. But yeah, definitely explore your options. But I think there's more than likely there's going to be like a 30-day window. It could be more. I don't know if it would be less than that because I just don't know if that's pushing it purposely to be too short. But you never know. See, park your funds in a CD. That's sketchy because just thinking, it depends on if it's fiat or not. So if NESARA happens and the QFS is live, then because it's all trackable. And I believe my gut is like it's trackable now with ISO 222. But if Iraq goes first and it's in the fiat world, then I would not trust it. And that's just my opinion. But I would rather put it in gold. Even if it was like Miles Franklin or something, I would rather put it there than in a CD because that's going to, gold has increased so much in just the last couple of days. That's where I'd be parking my money. All right, guys. I've said this 10 times. We're wrapping up. So this has been a blast, and I appreciate your guys' time, and I love all the comments. And I don't pay attention to trolls, so somebody, I guess they thought I was getting worn down by trolls. I'm not. I don't care. I'll either prove them wrong, dismiss them, or remove them. So I don't care. I was raised by a Marine, and I had to hold a flashlight for my dad while he was working on cars in the rain. So I have no feelings. So I don't pay attention to those people. All right, guys. It's been a blast, and we will see you later on. Bye.